impossible. 'Cause this is what I'm made for. Unbreakable, unstoppable. I'm pushed to the edge and take it all. I wanna be untamable. Go right to the edge and never fall. To more of the fire. I'm taking it higher. Unshakable, unstoppable. I'm pushed to the edge and take it all.
Like that dynamite. Oh, I gotta let it blow when it's feeling right. Yeah, I'm gonna let it go. Don't care if anyone's watching. On my way up, I ain't dropping dynamite. Like that dynamite. Okay, this is getting crazy. Tigers getting cagey. Feeling something new. It's amazing. All the records breaking. History in the making. Feeling something new. It's amazing. Amazing. It's amazing. Amazing. Start that avalanche. Ride it to the street below. Always take the chance. If you never do, you'll never know. Who cares if anyone's watching? Let them keep talking and talking. Avalanche. Start that avalanche. Okay, this is getting crazy. Tigers getting cagey. Feeling something new. It's amazing. All the records breaking. History in the making. Feeling something new. It's amazing. Amazing. It's amazing. Amazing. Feeling something new. It's amazing. a real good feeling. Right now, 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 right now. Oh, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. I got a real good feeling. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Sometimes it's good to whisper and keep your voice down low. But sometimes you gotta risk it and let the whole world know. Don't wanna be too quiet. I'd rather get real loud. We gonna start a riot. Come on, show you how. Let's get a little bit louder. Let's get a little bit louder. Gotta get a little bit louder. Let's get a little bit. Turn it up. Let's just see.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, it's going to be Thomas College versus Champlain College. Both sides are rearing on up for what is going to be the final match of the season here. The Terriers versus the Beavers. Now, we're going to have the Beavers here, Champlain College, on the defending side, while for the side of the Terriers, they will be on the attack. Let's see who's going to beat out who here first in the first match. Do note, tonight is a best of 2 series. Whoever wins 2 maps out of the 3 will take it. I'm your host, Sami Nami, and I'm looking forward to this Lotus match here. Taking a look at the lineup for either side. We're going to be seeing almost a mirror matchup. However, some slight changes on agent selection here, such as the Gecko for Mr. Fluffernut and Bryce Guns hovering over the Sky. You also see Miz on the Viper, while you have OG on Phoenix. Now, I'm not sure what the meta is currently, but I don't think Phoenix is part of it. Unless there's been some drastic change to his kit. I dare say that it's not one that I would expect to see going into this match. But let's find out how things go regardless here. You're going to have a lot of smokes in favor of the side of the Terriers here. While for the Beavers, I believe their strategy is going to be working with blinds and aggression, as well as priority on damage. We'll find out here going into round number 1. Going to be starting off with the buy phase here just to get a quick look at this weaponry lineup. We're going to be seeing a couple of ghosts in hand, but really it's going to be sticking around to playing with the classics here. These pistols are going to be very effective just both in single fire as well as burst fire, with their right click being able to actually find 3 shots at once. It's a shotgun blast that does a great deal of damage here. I mean, going within this map, you got 3 points to also work with, so the Terriers here have their options going to each site to just try this engagement. Without further ado, let's see about this initial engagement. It seems he's going to be getting rushed on immediately by OG, as Miz is able to actually make a punish for it. They get the trade there. That's 1 for 1. Tune in over here to Anders, bruh. Anders is going to be trying to look for the Killjoy, who does not know where each other are at the moment. It's going to be a hard rotation on over to B side after faking it towards C. And you're seeing a great control of the point right now. No one's really going to be able to stop him. That nade comes in close, almost too close to bear. Going around for a fight in the open. It's going to be against Bryce. Bryce does get taken on out with the assistance of Mr. Fluffernut. Roomba's going on through with Smokes playing place. Turning the side there. They're trying to get some damage done. Viper's, not Viper's poison. That's going to be Marsh. Feeling a bit of damage as we're going to be seeing a attempt to stop the defuse, but not going to be able to happen as Gecko Wingman is able to get the job done. That's going to be round 1 for the Beavers there. Now, going into the second round here, going to be working with a couple of buys from either side. It seems that they're buying up pistols, at least a few, for the attacker side, while for the defense, this is, wow, this is a very heavy defensive buy. I'm not sure I would do this personally myself, but to each their own, I suppose. We'll have to see how this goes forward, especially with the Terriers stacking towards B site again. The one that's going to be finding them is going to be Anders, bros. It's going to be a very, very quick one. Got a bit of noise being made out in the open here. In fact, it's going to be a bit of peeking by Anders. Blind does hit, but not really anyone to punish. Able to get the spray down with Anders to assist. You're going to be seeing Thomas here trying to get the spike planted, but it's very difficult to get it started. Spike gets planted as Dole falls. It's now a 3v2. Making the turn there. Last one alive here is going to be Jupiter. A sheriff in hand. Able to pick up the Bulldog as well. Fire in place. And a beautiful headshot to boot. Nade going out as needed there, but has to be careful not to get peeked out. Does get caught out into the open by the Killjoy there, who's barely able to stay alive from a near miss headshot. The burst damage would have been beautiful if it laid down, but Kestrel makes it out alive. That's going to be one for the books there, as Kestrel's going to have to try to play with their saves. Despite the buy there, I believe that is a very detrimental round for the defensive, as for the attack, they were playing it very thrifty. Pistols primary going into this. So the defense is hurting for economy and weaponry. They could very easily get run down on here going into this next engagement. Going to have to see some care coming out here from the side of A side with the Elixir and Fluffernut. Fluffernut able to find that beautiful headshot just around the side there. Great start of an engagement for the side of the Beavers. Tuning in over to C side here, are going to be seeing a push in, but it is the strategy to make the turn. Able to find the first and the second. Well done from the side of the Terriers here. Able to get a strong start, turning a disadvantage to their favor here. Making a turn around the corner, just dodging that paint nade there, as you're going to be seeing the heal up come out against the Terriers. Elixir here is now smoked off and not in a great position to handle. Gets blinded and spotted by the Roomba, but does not have to face any fatalities here yet. Gonna be seeing a turn around the side here. Miz might get caught out. Yes, sirree, but coming around to flank him is going to be Spammy. Spammy, however, has to deal with Kestrel, who has given away his position behind the box. Last one alive here is going to be Jupiter. Jupiter did it before. Maybe they could do it again. Finds the first. It's the second. Getting it third. No, he ran out of bullets. Oh, you hate to see it. He had every right to get Anders there. He just ran out. Oh, that is so unfortunate for them. You hate to see it. That's 3 rounds in favor of Champlain College here. As for Thomas College, they're going to have some coming back to do, especially on a very winnable round that was. I'm not sure B-side is the site they want to continue the push, but they're finding some great picks. If they can just have better coverage of their corners, they may be able to make some magic out of this. Let's find on out. Going to be pushing in here with the engagement. Could we see a showstopper here coming around the side? It's a bit early for it, but not impossible. Seeing some jump out from Kestrel, almost punished too. Elixir going to be trying to hold this corner But you are going to see that Thomas College is not going to be overly aggressive and lose their life because of it. Dole's going to try to mess with Kestrel around the side here. Does spot him, doing some bit of damage, but walking into the fragmentation grenade. I'm not sure what the strategy was there, but is in a very sticky situation between a rock and a hard place. Has to be careful, especially on these turns. Alarm bot out. And does spot and chase Kestrel. Kestrel has been hit, and now it's going to have to play it safe as they are vulnerable. We'll be seen here pushing up through the side. Almost finding Dole, but that's not going to be the case quite yet. Wolf is on the hunt here, coming around the side, looking to see if Fluffernuff can find anything, but Elixir is going to be the first to spot Miz. Miz going to have to wrap around quickly now. Oh, this gotta hurt. Going to be a bit of damage there as the Roomba has been sent. Going for the flick, and the blind beautifully makes its mark. You're going to see first on down there for the side of the Beavers here. But wrapping around the side, you're going to see Anders and the rest moving their way on in. Kestrel's going to be trying to go in for the initial engagement here. Gets caught out in the open, trying to find some picks with OG. But OG does not have much to work with. Last one alive here as well. Able to get double the value here. Coming around the side with the Molly. Finds the third. Can he get the fourth? Oh, going in. But caught out in the open, he still lives! Sky's job here is just to stay alive. Sky cannot die here going into this engagement. Gets the pickoff, but there's no time to defuse. Ladies and gentlemen, first round win there for Thomas College. As we are going in now to round number 5. A well-needed win there. Found the difference maker as well, I believe, on that save round. So now Thomas College has an opportunity to come on back. Rather than losing potential 6 rounds, they only are down by 2 before evening up the odds here. They did invest an ult into that last fight, but not all is bad, of course. Going to be seeing here a push-up now, going towards C-site. I'm not sure if Kestrel's going to be ready for this whatsoever. Some noise getting made out from the far right. Turret being recalled. And the swarm grenade is going to hit beautifully on the Kestrel. Kestrel is caught out in the open, but able to just maneuver away from it.
I've got your trail.
Seekers are out and about. The Cabbages looking for some value. Finds a beautiful headshot there by Jupiter. Is now going to be leading the charge going on in. Could catch out Anders here if they're not careful. Anders just waiting in the smoke. Going to be seeing a plant come on out now. Thrasher has been activated, as we're also going to be seeing a showstopper. But that's going to be a detainment there with vulnerability in effect. Swings coming around from either side. Bryce is going to try to be staying alive in the corner here with the Hawk going on out to help provide some cover. But it's going to be a little difficult. Turn around the side with the cover fire there from Spammy. They're using the wingman, and a beautiful headshot through the wingman. You could not call it any better than that. I mean, what are the odds that you line it up perfectly to get rid of Wingman by hitting his arm and headshot him off the top of his scalp? Oh, truly unfortunate there for the Beavers, but a great play there by the Terriers, able to play on the long angles and help their team set on up for the coverage. Now Kestrel is going to be putting a little bit more utility into this point here. Pretty much learned from last time's mistakes going in this time. Dole's going to be aggressively pushing in here as well. Oh, that's going to smart. Mr. Fluffernut trying to get some initial fire laid on down, but Miz better be careful. Could have their head caught out here. Oh, spots them, but Elixir is quicker on the draw. Coming back around towards the side here, going to be seeing Swarm Grenade in effect. Wolf does spot them, but that's going to be about it. You do see that Thomas College is down by 2 at the moment. They're going to try to rotate on through towards B side, or potentially fake it. They are going for the full commit here as Kestrel was trying to lay down some fire. Opening up the doors again because they were not able to make it all the way through the entire time there. But Bryce is
Last
hanging
player
back.
standing.
Oh, coming around from the flank angle is OG. Last one alive here. Wingman hits its mark, and it's just a shootout in the smokes. Well, with that there, it's 4-2 in favor of the Beavers, and full buys for the defense. For the attackers here, the Terriers, they're going to have to work with some saves. You do see a light buy coming on out from Dole here again, but I suppose it works in this manner as he's staying even with his team's economy here, but overall it could also be a bit of a giveaway as you could use that economy later on in the rounds of the first half.
Shadows traveling.
Gonna be seeing the teleport going on in from the shadows now. Going for the scouting. This is full control of B-side, and I don't believe they're ready. Gecko gets caught on out with no damage dealt to Spammy. Gun handed on over to Jupiter here, who's able to put down a nade. Scares off the opposition, but only for tis but a moment. Makes the swing around and able to get the spray. Almost finds it onto the opposing Killjoy there, but numbers tell a different game, folks. OG is going to be able to make their way on in. Last one alive here is going to be Bryce. Bryce has no heavy on hand, but that's going to be one headshot. Missing the next that was crucial to hit. Apparently Emmett thinks that I don't know him, son, but we know him pretty well enough. Dole here is still working his magic, just in a different way. Nonetheless, you're going to be seeing an op buy coming out here from Andersborough. Out of all the characters I would think to see have an op, I would have imagined maybe the Rays, maybe the Gecko, but not an Omen. Omen's really made for smokes, not movement, so to speak. So they must really be counting on his aim here going into this. Let's see how this unfolds, shall we? Going to be seeing the initial turnaround here against Anders, but Anders has the sight line. It's very dangerous to peek. Oh, gets away with it. Swarm grenades out, but not going to be finding anyone. The Wolf is on in there on the hunt. Going to be making their turn around the side as going to see rotations out. Spike has been retrieved. Smoke's going up now. As we're going to see Gecko looking for another. Not going to be able to find it as the orb has been taken. Seekers are in effect. Now rotating around from the Rays. Dole's able to get that trade. Also going to be following it up with Mr. Fluffernut here. Looking for the spin. Spike is now planted and the defense has to make something work here. Bird does not find anyone. Going to be seeing OG alive for a second time with the flash going through, but the smoke makes it useless. Flames up as Miz is the last one alive here coming around the side. That's going to first, but not able to get the second, just missing the opportunity.
We good.
Spike is the fuse there. As we'll be seeing, it's 6-2. With the score being it as it is, both sides will be able to get most to moderate full buys here. There's only 4 rounds left in the first half, so Thomas College is going to have to get as many as possible to make sure they can try to stay as close as possible against the Beavers. Champlain College is very strong with their engagements here, so let's see how this goes further. Alt economy's looking in favor of the attackers here, so I do imagine we will be seeing some deployed going into this. Going to be seeing Jupiter the first to go in, but take a look at Anders. Anders is actually just trying to stay out there. Almost, but just too far to make a difference. Now going to be seeing that it's a full engagement here coming out from the Terriers, able to make their way on in, making the swarm. It's going to be Kestrel with Anders taken on out. Dole is able to get the trade well needed. That's your op down. No long range insta kills for you, ladies and gents. Ruma is going to be making its way on through, and take a look. It's not giving up quite yet, but it gets shot on out. Going to be seeing rotation coming on out. Elixir gets taken down, but traded back by Miz. Kestrel has the high ground, folks, so they're able to find another follow-up there. Miz is one in a dream. Flash has to play it safe and playing it from different corners here. Last one alive here is going to be Bryce. but Bryce is not able to stop the defuse. This one's going to the Beavers. And people have some fun here going out all in all. They get the Omen back, his operator. And I thought I saw an Odin there for a moment. Glad it didn't stick around. Now going to be seen here light buys with heavy on pistol side and some light armor as well. If I was Thomas College here, I probably would try to go for the engagement on A. They had a great capture of the site and delay for destruction. So I think they just continue utilizing that going forward. Take a look at Jupiter. He's going to be leading the charge. So it does get taken out towards C long there, unfortunately, by Anders, as they're going to be making their way on back. I don't believe you want to see more of Dole at the moment, Matt. But I like the encouragement. We'll go with that. Going back over here to Anders, they're going to be making their way towards B site here. Understandable given that how heavily A site is controlled. Oh! Right to the hip! Jupiter's not walking away from that one. Anders going to be retreating back on out here. As you're seeing a lot of ability investment coming out from Thomas. They're going to have to get this spike planted in a good spot. That's not good. Mush is in around the corner here and going to be looking for Anders to possibly get the last. No need, as they're just going to get another spike defusal there.
Flawless.
Wingman able to get that defusal there helps them get another round in the bank. The score is 8-2 here. Best case scenario for Thomas College is going to be winning these next 2 rounds, but I'm not sure how that's going to really go for them. They're forced to buy heavily here, and if they don't win this round, they're going to be hurting for the last one. So definitely going to be needing to see some engagement in space taken using abilities and ults here. You got to get a bit more aggressive from the side of Thomas. Let's see how this engagement goes, shall we?
Toxins going up.
Hearing them move their way on in. Ray's going in heavily with the showstopper, running through the flames no less. Gonna be just trying to fire at random, but finding no one. Anders goes for a teleport from the shadows as the lockdown takes effect. Jupiter on the high ground themselves. They are able to force people out of the zone here. A great start as they find the first there. Looking for the second. Needs to just put some gunfire down. They do. But they're able to get the spike planted. Picks made as well. It's all about rotation, 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 rotation here coming around the side. Catching them from downwind as well. Didn't see them from that angle, did you now? Now with the spike planted and a 4v2. It's not going to be an easy engagement going into this. Take a look at Phoenix here. Going to be hoping the Rays, but turn around the side. They do find Miz. Last one alive here is going to be OG. G needs to get a pick off here. Otherwise, they just got to play to live. And right now, Thomas College knows that there's no time left for a defusal, so they are bugging out. And I believe OG, unless they can get out alive, can they? Yes, they can. In fact, they're able to get out a lot sooner than I thought they would.
Last round before the switch.
A well-needed round going into that. We could head into a 9-3 curse or just an 8-4 game. We'll find out here going into the final round of the first round, number 12. Still keeping heavy on. They have 2 operators. This seems excessive to me. You have an operator on C and an operator on A. Do you need any more snipers? Champlain. Take a look at Anderson here, who's purposely running out in front, taking a blind and hiding behind the rocks, looking for Jupiter. Misses Jupiter by a hair. That will cost them going into that. To start. Tuning back in over here to Mr. Fluffer, not trying to see if they can find anyone, but definitely not going to be, as Bryce is on the hunt.
Scout destroyed.
Scout is taken on down here. They're going to be making their way forward as Dole gets the pickoff in B. That helps them start, but you are going to be seeing a rotation going towards B. I'm not sure this is the play to be making here. Double blind made as the swing comes around.
Cover going out.
What was a lead is now just an even of the odds. Viper's Pit's been activated, as is the lockdown effect. You'll have to see the Terriers move their way on in or give up Viper's Pit. There's really no in or out. Spammy is caught out. Not going to be making their rush on in. Viper's Pit has been deactivated here as Bright's able to find the first, and they're going to be looking to see if they can stop the defusal.
Standing.
It's up to Spammy to really hold it on out. Spammy, you got to get a knife out, sir. No! Unfortunate there, but we do head into the 9-3. For those of you that are superstitious,
Switching sides.
what does this mean? Well, the 9-3 is an indicator, as I mentioned, a type of curse where whoever is on the 3 is going to make a huge comeback. Now we're going to be seeing here what is the plans going for both sides. I mean, take a look at this. You got a score of 9-3. Unless the curse takes effect, you're probably going to be seeing a hard engagement towards A here through the lobby. But if they choose to, they could rush C and just push out the Killjoy. Aggression has been key here for the side of the Beavers, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them do it. Now that the walls go on up, we're going to be seeing a starting push out. Blind, beautifully hit, no less, I might add, with healing applied. You see all of the Beavers here pushing their way on through the smokes, coming around the corner. Blind's coming on out, but Smudge hits no one. Turn around the side here for Blind. They do spot Jupiter, but not really able to do much other than that. Orchard does fall, and the defenders are on a roll. Gonna be looking for additional picks, but that's not going to be working too well, especially given that they've all but lost. Round number 13 goes to the Terriers. Now going into round 14 here, you're going to have buys coming out from the defense, and in this case, it makes sense for these heavier buys. You're down so many rounds, and you just need to secure as many as possible, especially giving up as little as possible. Because if they lose 4, they lose the map. So it's all going to be about strategy and engagement here going in for either side. Let's see how they go underway with this, shall we? Gonna now try dipping their toes into C side here. Gonna be seeing Dole having to be ready to engage. A Sheriff on their hip. Playing with the big iron. Oh! But OG is a bit quicker on the draw. Lurking around is going to be Elixir, but you're just hearing a lot of noise being made throughout. Anders does find Bryce, so that's 2 defenders down. They can make any push to any site they wish to. However, A is completely free. Not going to be seeing much of any action, especially coming around the side with Anders holding down the angle in the smoke. Spike's been planted, and now the defenders have to react. Blind going to be coming on out here. Could just hit Jupiter. Just misses Jupiter, in fact. You are going to be seeing the first, the second. Could we see a third? No! Elixir finds them lined up in their crosshair. A beautiful headshot with the classic. A 2v3. Oh, no. Oh, what is happening here? Kestrel's on the hunt. Will Kestrel find a hit? Gotta be tuning in to this off angle here. They have no idea. They're going for a fake defusal to start. And catches them from behind. With time to spare to escape the detonation. Dirty, dirty, dirty Kestrel. Going in all sneaky beaky like. But it pays off, as what turned into a thrifty was a full buy practically. Not even needed buys, but they buy up nonetheless, while saving at least 3 guns from the defense, who now have to work very, very light with pistols and just regular submachine guns. So it's going to be another engagement to A, and honestly, all of the welcome to it. Jupiter is able to find that first pick there, but has to be careful as they get caught out by Anders. Anders is now going to be rushing on in with some bullet hell going through, as Bryce is on the flank. Bryce going to be going for a jump shot. Should not making those jump shots, especially with pistol. It is angle for angle for angle, and not again. Miz is the last one alive and is about to meet a face full of rifle here coming around the side. Anders was ready. It's 11-4, ladies and gents. And we'll have to see here how this full buy plays on out. Honestly, the defenders here had a great starting round into the second half, but it's starting to get away from them these past two. So they're going to have to hunker down a bit more, play some different angles. You see them playing very aggressively, which could work if you have ults in the bank. But if you don't, you need to start playing a little slower and just play it ambush style, getting picks off one by one. They spot Dole initially here, who's going to be playing it a bit back now.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Now we're going to be seeing the rush in here from OG as Dole is finding two. Miz is trying to go in for more. Able to get that initial headshot as Dole's going to have to stay alive. Able to get some initial damage going there, but nothing concrete. They get caught up by Elixir and OG. They've done quite a bit of damage here, so now it's all about the cleanup. Spike will now get planted here as you're going to be seeing rotation come out from Spammy and Bryce. Bryce here is going to be the first one that could find an engagement, but is waiting for a regroup here by Spammy. Do they play into this is the question. They could, but reminder, their economy is not doing too well. It may be better to save and just sit on their laurels here and make sure they don't lose any round going for the rest of the match in order to go into overtime. Trying to give each other some calls. The first one that's going to be making their run over is going to be OG. Let's see what happens here. On the side. Spammy is down. They find the first, but they're not able to get the spray. They do get the follow-up, thankfully. But this could be dangerous. 12 shots. You need to run. You need to run and stay alive. Blind goes on out. Elixir could fall. Elixir falls!
Match point.
Bryce did bring back some value there, being able to find those picks. However, the economy is not something that their opponents are worried about. They maxed out early on. So we're going to have to see here with this full buy going into this match point round, what is going to be the case for either side. I mean, the Beavers here have been strong. They've been aggressive, and they've been taking space. But the Terriers have also held their angles. However, they need to play a bit smarter and make sure they don't overcommit. It's going to be a great engagement here if Jupiter can find some picks with the nade, but it only separates. As Kestrel does get taken on down, that Dole finds great value there to start for them. Has to be careful not to lose the wall coming around the side here. But take a look. Jupiter finds the first and makes the swing. Almost finds Anders. Dole's in a hunt.
Down A.
They're going to be trying to go in with the showstopper here. Just hits Anders. Anders is the last one alive with Spike here now. And double timing back around to the defender's spawn. Able to just escape the scout here. Could get a triple going here. So this would be one of the biggest clutches ever. They do catch out Spammy, and they're going to be rotating yet again. They're very meticulous in their positioning, I tell you. They hear the teleport, but has to be very careful not to give away their position until they start planting Spike.
30 seconds left.
This is going to be a very dangerous turn. Spammy could just wrap around the corner right now, potentially catching him out. Anders doesn't have a lot of time. He's going to have to force plant now. Oh, this is awkward.
Spike planted.
Spammy able to get that pick off. Will get the spike defusal here as well, giving them another round in the bank.
Ultimate is ready. Their spike is diffused.
So the Terriers were able to find some leeway finally. They're going to have to try to keep it up best as possible, however, going into these rounds, as they did suffer some losses from the previous. This could prove to be detrimental going into this next round, but something to note of is that that wasn't won by ults. That was barely won with any, not barely won, rather barely any abilities were used, and just won by holding off angles and teaming together. So it's a strategy for success, and one that should be maintained going into this. Jupiter has to be careful, as he has been spotted, able to get some initial scout made. I'll be playing it on back here, but take a look around the side. Coming out from Miz. Miz is going to be trying to go in for a big engagement here to start. From the side, Anders and Elixir really going to be trying to test their fate. Oh! See, you gotta not jiggle peek. You gotta just hold that corner. Otherwise, you're less likely to react to shoot when they turn. Now you see Dole making their way up aggressively here. Could meet the Gecko.
Joke's
There's
over.
a trade-off
You're dead.
and spawns as both sides scare away from one another. Running back is in effect here, and you will be seeing the teleport by Spammy into A side. Dole does catch one out from the side there as Mr. Fluffernut plants.
Spike planted.
Spike is planted there on C side, and now it's a hunt. Who is going to be the prey here in this engagement? I wonder. Rather than going to engage OG, they're going to be making their way over towards the tree. Thrasher is looking for a victim. Does it hit its mark? Yes, sir, it does. However, it comes at the price of their Gecko there. Going to be wrapping around the side here. OG has to be ready for this 3-man engagement. It's going to be a quick engagement too. Don't you count them out from that. Spike is going to have to start to get this diffuser here, but ladies and gentlemen, it comes down to Champlain taking map number 1. We're going to be hitting a quick break here, folks, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Thick skin through the heartache. Gonna slay all my giants down. Gonna move like an earthquake. Can't stop till I hit the ground. Oh, I'm running full speed. They're gunning, but they'll never catch me. These walls I'll tear down. I'll write my own destiny. 'Cause these dreams don't sleep. I will rise like a new sun, 'cause I knew there would come a day. Just like thunder when light breaks, I'll rise up like the crashing waves. I just keep on believing I can shake every mountain, 'cause I knew there would be a day. I'll rise up like the crashing waves. 'Cause this is the moment. I'll rise up like the crashing waves. Oh, I will rise up. Straight hustle through the hard times, but like a river I'm gonna flow. Now I'm seeing all the right signs, pointing me right to my soul. When I'm flying so free, they're trying but they'll never catch me. These walls I'll tear down, I'll write my destiny, and these dreams don't sleep, no. Oh, 'cause this is the moment. I will rise like a new sun, 'cause I knew there would come a day. Just like thunder when light breaks, I'll rise up like the crashing waves. I just keep on believing I can shake every mountain, 'cause I knew there would be a day. I'll rise up like the crashing waves. 'Cause this is the moment. This is the moment. Dreams don't sleep for the moment. Got the heat, ain't waiting for the daybreak. Gonna give what's mine. This is my time. Gonna light it up one day. 'Cause this is the moment. Dreams don't sleep for the moment. Got the heat, ain't waiting for the daybreak. 'Cause this is the moment. Get what's mine. 'Cause this is my time. Gonna light it up one day. This is the moment.
rage. Can't cage me, can't save me. Open up the gate, let me be free. There's war inside my veins. I'll still be standing when the day is done. Get used to my name next to number one. They can keep trying, let the suckers come. Get used to my name next to number one. Next to number one. I got this feeling in my bones. I got this fire I can't control. I got this burning in my soul. I got this fire I can't control. You're in for the ride of your life. You're in for the night of your life. You're in for the ride of your life. You're in for the night of your life. They drop me, they doubt me, cause they do not believe. But one day they'll say they should have bet on me. I wake up, stay up, do it all again. Through years and tears is what it takes to win. I'll still be standing when the day is done. Get used to my name next to number one. They can keep trying, let the suckers come. Get used to my name next to number one. Next to number one. I got this feeling in my bones. I got this.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back. We're going to be starting up this next round here on Ascent. It's the city in the sky. Now we're going to be having the defenders stay as the Beavers, while the attackers will still be Thomas College to start this map here. Taking a look at this lineup here, I'm seeing the typical meta coming out here from the side of Thomas College, but saw a little bit of a tease by the Reyna there on Elixir. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw it running, although it would be a little bit odd. I would have rather see Reyna run by OG, as it is still a duelist, but nonetheless, it's going to be a mirror matchup here. It all comes down to skill and mechanics. Who's going to be coming out on top here? Anyone's game. Your abilities are going to be all the same. Really, if you're able to make the push or get caught on off angles. With that said there, going to have to see how either side is going to play this. We are seeing a very aggressive attack from the side of the Beavers here, of Champlain College. While as for Thomas College, they're a bit more passive, trying to look for flanks to pick people off before committing entirely. So, who's to say who will take the lead? I wonder. I'm going to be seeing us start going towards B, with many as well over towards B side here, but it's going to be held down pretty well by Castro. So not too much of a worry there. However, Miz is going to be lining themselves on off, I believe, for a shot going towards the market here. Let's see how this lines up exactly.
Revealing area.
Oh, it's just there. It's going to be just on the window spot, not normally used. So that could give you a great amount of insight as those able to make that first pick. They're going to be looking for another knife. Does hit its suppression mark. Rotating around wide is going to be OG, but Mr. Fluffernut is able to make a trade with a pick off themselves. Andrew's going to be going for the push in as well, but not going to be able to capitalize entirely. Last one alive here is going to be spammy tries, but it amounts to none. It's 1-0. Now taking a look, you see Elixir already going in with the Odin. This is, I'm not surprised, a little disappointed, but it's to be expected. The Odin here is a great weapon to have going in to this B site control, especially when you're able to just go for wall bang ability. It just pierces on through into your opponents. But what you really got to be careful coming around the side there is going to be with this outlaw in hand. Smoke does go out, so Dole gets to pass free. Take 200 as you go. Oh, or not. It seems the income tax caught you out there a bit early now, didn't it? Flash goes on out. Mr. Fluffernutter, what are you doing? Something I didn't expect to say on camera, but it's a name nonetheless. Going to be taking a look here at the swing by. Castro drone does spot, but does not mark. With some shots coming out wildly from OG, able to find one. It seems that they're just picking off the Terriers one by one.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. And the catch out by Elixir. Well, that's going to be 2-0 to start this first half here. These defenders are having a really good time against the Terriers here, and I think they're just going to try to keep working this magic in order to continue the fight. Now, it is full buy round here for both sides, and you're going to be seeing full Vandal buy with mixed armor as well. Little does Thomas College know, they have yet to truly commit to a site. But if they do, there's more likely a chance that they would find some value going into this. The spot onto Mr. Fluffernutter is going to cost him, but he makes it around the corner with ease.
Swarm grenade out.
Swarm grenade is going to trap Mr. Fluffernut in the left-hand side there of the market. The one that's going to have to be ready for the engagement is OG. OG now going for an aim down sight. Would have been better for the hipfire as Dole is able to find that first pick. Looking for the pick off of there against Elixir. Almost finds it too, no less. Going to be seeing that trade-off going in there at the start. Elixir forced on back. Suppression knife hits, and it's now going to be the odds stacked against them, moving their way forward. Door is taken on down, and look who's coming around the side to say hello. Dole almost finding someone there, gets marked themselves, so they're going to have to play it safe and a back as Mr. Fluffernut finds Family, Miz as well, and Bryce. It's up to Dole. Dole has to hit all shots here. Has to go to the handgun. No, Dole, no. But did they buy enough time? I don't know. It's getting real close. Just under a second. Dole just needed to run. Dole needed to run away.
Activate training mode if that's more their skill level.
Oh my goodness. They would have had that there, but it just came down to a matter of last second. This may be the strategy going forward for the side of Thomas. They're successful in A. What says that they can't do it again? Now, it is worthy to admit that they got some lucky catch-outs there, and they might not get them again. We'll find out here going into this. Dole will be pushing up, but has to be careful, especially against Anders coming around the side there. Suppression knife does not hit, and Dole finds one through mid yet again, but Anders is easily able to make the trade-off against Miz. Spike is down, and Dole's on a rampage. Dole's going to be able to run away, just missing Elixir, and really tempting fate there. That's going to cost you. Spike will be planted, and now it's all close quarters combat. Now Recon Bolt's not going to be able to spot anyone going into this, but that Owl sure will. For the side of Thomas College, their goal is to actually just stay alive, hold this corner, because they have the angles to hold up against everyone else. Great start pickoff there, and they know where they are up above, relatively speaking. But Elixir does not. Elixir has no idea going into this. Starting to get poked on out here. And taken on down. Do they make it out alive, however? I don't know. It's coming down to the last second. Do they get it? They do live to tell the tale. That's going to be some econ coming back over to the attackers there. Terriers are able to buy on up all the defenders now for the first time in 5 rounds. We're going to have to play safe. Now they have a bit of economy go for a little bit of heavy buy, but I believe they just want to match loadouts as they're doing well. They're up 3-1, so they don't really have to force this. If anything, I bet to see that they're going to just steal it right back.
Turrets destroyed.
Then marked, but able to see Jupiter as well, but only for just but a moment.
You should run.
Lockdown has been put into effect here by Thomas College. As you're going to see Elixir getting ready to move on in. Making the swing there. Lots of shots being missed on out. Traded back by Bryce as well.
Powerless.
Overload has been activated by Bryce here. A bit ambitious, I might say. But not the worst.
Planted.
Grenade able to hit a beautiful spot there as Dole's able to find the trade. Dole going to be playing up aggressively here around the side. But take a look at this flank here. Spots them and catches them out. Now it's all about the swing. Able to see them, but not getting the picks. Got to really come down to this pick-off here. We are going to be seeing knives out, so rushing in heavily fast.
Last player
But
standing.
getting traded back yet again. My word, just short of an ace. All right, I see you over there, Emmett. You two saying that Dole has what it takes, and I think we're seeing that here right now. Leading the leaderboard 2 no less out of both sides. Very impressive. But going back to the main meat and bread of the matter, it's going to be this engagement here. It's going to be crucial, especially going into a potential tied round.
Flash.
Flash going to be coming on out. Does hit its mark beautifully there as you're seeing the sightlines from the players trying to look just straight ahead. But it will cost them as Fluffernut's able to get that beautiful headshot to start.
Suppressing.
Knife will also be placed there.
For suppress.
And it's all of them. Does get caught on out there with a trade up by OG, who's able to lay down the covering fire.
Enemy remaining.
That's 3.
Spike down mid.
Able to just dodge initially, but Bryce has their number. Bryce having to play it very safe, but getting caught out in the open there. Despite all odds, he did very well given the dire situation he was placed into. The score is 4-2. Take a look at this economy here. You're going to be seeing alts ready on both sides, 2 and 2. However, I would say it's overall, for the most part, even. Maybe a little bit favored towards defenders if we're using alts alone.
Need a drop.
And it's going to be
Thank you.
almost full buys coming out from either side. Their economy is looking at pretty strapped for each other. They're quite close to one another, I dare say. Are we looking for initial play here? Could they catch out Jupiter? Hard to say, especially as one or the other is going to have to push up overly aggressive. Dole does catch some bullets to the side of their hip, which is a bit problematic. Dole has been marked, so they know that there's always someone sitting around. Anders has fallen, getting punished by Miz and Spammy. OG is going to have to be very, very careful on these corners. He is surrounded on all sides. Mr. Fluffernut does get spotted there. Flash going on in, as well as the nade there. Nade also placed. Dole has an angle here that could let him have it. Just has to turn really quickly here. Catches him out with the shoulder shot. Going to be turned around here with Elixir. Jupiter is going to have to try to be ready in reaction. Yes, sirree. Finds their head immediately. OG is the last one on A's site. They have no support from the Killjoy, who's playing it back. Does get spotted, but finds the first pick for getting traded back themselves. This spike will be planted without anyone to stop them. And dare I say, it's best interest of Kestrel, I should say, to play it safe. I don't think they should be engaging this 1v3. We've seen some change-ups before, but I don't know if it's going to be the case here. Just got to wait for this turn around the side. It could get very dangerous, especially if you have Jupiter focusing on where they ought to be. Making a lot of noise there. They spot Kestrel. This is just one coordinated swing away from an elimination there. Just missing the initial shots. Might catch him out. Just sees him. And that's going to be Miz finding the pick. With plenty of time to escape. a very, very strong round there for the Sagittarius. They're holding this a lot closer against the Beavers than I believe Champlain was actually expecting them to. Seems that they're trying to hold their corners more and play more defensively smart, stacked as a unit, and communicate in order to overcome the discrepancies they faced in the previous rounds. We'll have to see how far that takes them, however, especially turning these corners. Fluffernutt is trying to get some peak angles going, but not really finding much. And they will be spotting Dole, but Dole takes no damage. In fact, it was a complete miss. Trying to get some going. They do spot Elixir, but not going to be able to find any eliminations today. No siree. It's going to be slow and steady to start here. Now, I do believe we do hear the nades go off, and they do spot Elixir, who does get the pick off. Elixir there could easily pick up a weapon, but they are scared. They're one hit point away from death. Oh, that is just mean. We all saw that, Fluffernutt. You don't get to just do that to your teammates. That is cruel and unusual. They will remember this. Spike is now going to be planted here on site without anyone to stop them as lockdown is put into effect. Hunter's Fury has also been activated and looking to see who they can find. Has to be able to escape in time, do they? They do get back, but that Hunter's Fury immediately gets shot on down. Miz, able to stay alive. You see that Kestrel has made a critical mistake, trying to go for those shots way too early.
One enemy remaining.
However, in their success, Spammy is still alive, but not for long as OG was able to find the mark against them. That could have been disastrous. The score is now 5-3 here. It's still quite close, and if anything, I think the Terriers could make a comeback here. I would say that what got out of hand there was that lockdown, forcing them to play back. If they were able to push up to different angles or just fully commit on swings, then they would be alright.
Thank you.
But that comes with time and energy. You gotta really coordinate and communicate your intentions if you are going to do that. Knife goes on out and does let them know there's someone around. Dole's gonna have to play it safe as they are suppressed. Does give away their position, putting out their gun barrel first. Not great for the side of the Terriers to start this round. It's just very unfortunate for them to try to make this engagement, especially without a sentinel to help hold down sight or give any intel or decoys to play these fights. Oh, a slow roller going on through. You're going to be seeing Jupiter does spot Mr. Fluffer, dealing a bit of damage, but nothing that really kills, just missing a shot against Elixir. Now, take a look here at this corner. Jupiter does get taken on down. Now making the swing here is going to be OG, able to find the picks there. That's the double wall marked. Able to escape as well. Recon here is going to have to be big, especially going in around this corner. Recon gives them the space as they're able to take down OG.
30 seconds left.
Elixir going to be turning here with Fluffernutt. Fluffernutt has the angle, but really sitting on Elixir to get the pick off. Spammy needs to book it to sight now. Their best situation is just to get this spike planted.
10 seconds left.
Oh, this gotta hurt. Truly unfortunate there. Hitting your own teammate, however, again.
Spike planted.
You've seen a lot of collateral damage coming on through. Oh, again! Fluffernutter is just being... Well, Fluffernutt's that guy at the moment. Oh, did they actually do that? Oh, no. Did we see someone go down? No. Elixir did live, but they almost fell. That could have been bad for them, throwing away their economy like that too easily. All jokes aside here, it's 6-3. And alt economy's in favor of Thomas College. They're going to have to start initiating here with some of these. Does have a spot to find Fluffernut. Fluffernut had no idea. Just missing their knives there, but going to be moving their way on forward. Bryce has the damage dealt, and it's just really holding out on the corner there. Coming around towards the side, they're trying to double back, see if they can find anyone picking on out, but that's not going to be the case, especially with Kestrel flanking the way they are. Jupiter finds another and is hungry for more. Going to be having to check your left side flank here. Elixir is a bit of the tricky ones. Does spot Elixir, but swings a little too wide. Oh, what's this coming around from behind? Bryce able to get that beautiful headshot going on in, as well as Elixir falling. Last one alive here is going to be the Jet. Jet here is going to have to really send some help as a thrifty win for the side of Thomas. They only had pistols to run with there. So a great round for them on the investment. It's a gamble that paid off. Now looking at this 6-4 here, 2 rounds left. It's looking really good. It looks like Thomas here could even up these odds. I hear you, Max, but Max Dole needs to be popping up just a bit more if we're going to be seeing some extra plays coming out from him. Now you will be seeing the defenders going to be playing with some sheriffs and an outlaw to boot. Just missing those double shots, that's going to cost you, especially working a sniper rifle like this. You got to be a Smith & Wesson 500. Elixir here going to get aggressive, almost getting taken out themselves. The blind scares them away. Pushing on through the smoke here is going to be Anders. Anders gets caught out in the heat of the moment by Jupiter and Dole. Dole now going to be the one to engage this push here. Does spot. There's some great engagement coming on out there. Alarm bots through. Outlaws making some shots, but finding no hits. Oh, that could have been bad. But not enough, as it's going to be swinging around the side. Missing their shots. Miz does fall in the end, but after what? What cost them there? Does spot the Killjoy. Could get the pick off here. Just needs to keep shooting through. Spy carrier is down. And the numbers are turned against them. Has to play it smart here against Castro. Finds the headshot. They're bringing it back. And Dole's able to clutch it on up.
All right.
All right, Matt. I see you. You wanted Dole. You got Dole. And he provided. Well done. Now it's the last round of the first half here. Both sides try to full buy the best they can with the abilities and ultimates they have as well. Anders is the only one with an ult available. Unless Kestrel can get 2, they have no lockdown. They can only use scouting abilities from the shadows. So for the attackers here with overloaded and lockdown, this is like a recipe for success. Zoning aside and shutting down all utilities here going in. Overload's been put in by Bryce. And it's going to be a hard reaction as they destroy their own ultimate there from the shadows. They're making their way on in. Dole has been taken out, and Kestrel trying to run and don't lie. Oh my goodness, Kestrel was able to get that double, but that's no lockdown available for you. It's going to come up to Miz. Miz has to clutch it on up here. They have been blinded. And as a result, all has fallen, but the score is 7-5 as the sides swap. Better than the 8-4 we saw earlier, but it's still quite similar to the last map. Now with these side swapping, you have the Beavers on the attack while the Terriers are on the defense. Will one side prevail over the other? Hard to say. I do find that this is more a defended-sided map, but attackers who have been thoroughly aggressive have been able to shine. So let's see how this goes here going on into this fight, shall we? Going to be seeing some aggressive push-up from Bryce and Jupiter here, while Dole himself is also going to be trying to play in onto this action here. Could spot Kestrel, but does hear some action, but not going to be committing to it. It's better for Dole to play it safe, especially as a Sentinel character. Their job is to lock down sight and make sure no one can pass on through. They spot Bryce with the ow scout and everything else, but it hits no marks going into there. Anders is going to have to play it safe. They do see Spammy. Spammy's going to be trying to lay down some fire, but does get caught on out. Jupiter's the only one around here that can really react to what's going on. Coming around the side, let's take a look at Bryce as Kestrel was able to take out Miz. Now going to be looking for this engagement here. Just missing there, right? They bring the door back up just for the elimination. Oh, this is just... Oh, this is... Oh, no. This is not looking good. Going to be coming around the side there. That's one head. Just misses the second. Oh, you hate to see it. He was going to be rapping back and forth for that. I dare say if Champlain College wants to, I can see them going for a knife rush here from either side. Now we're going to be seeing here, going into the second round of the second half here, full buys coming out from the attackers as they really just want to try to shut down Thomas. We'll say, careful what you say, man. These things do get recorded. Going to be seen here, Dole holding on out over in long. And a little unusual spot for playing towards A here. We'll be seeing a push-up. Does spot Fluffernut as they're able to get the initial damage, but the turret does not find the follow-up damage there. Anders is going to have a rough time against the turret if it was still active, but this is not old Killjoy, as turret is now going to be downed with no damage to be dealt. Anders would have fallen as such. Now you are going to be seeing a slow rotation going towards A side here, but the defenders have the numbers against them. The Terriers could really take them down fast and efficiently, as 2 per site. Gonna be looking for this engagement here from Castro. Oh! Jupiter finds the off angle there. That's not good. Making another swing here. Blind's gonna have to go in with the smoke. Just missing that shot, but Castro is able to make up for it. Jupiter is going to have to come out big here, holding out on site. That's one hit. Looking for the next. Just missing it. But Kestrel will be falling here against Jupiter. I can see that, Emmett. I won't comment any further on what we're seeing here in chat. Ahem. Keep it PG, folks. Keep it PG. It's like I say, whiffs cheese, Mr. Squidward. Nonetheless, you're going to be seeing that going into the third round of the second half. Full buys coming out from the defense, while the attackers, unfortunately, that gamble did not pay off. Gonna be looking for some recon to go on out. Not gonna spot anyone, but Jupiter is getting aggressively forward. Turret does hit. And coming around the side here, Bryce is going to have to be the one to engage. But we might be seeing some action here coming on out. Could see it pushing on up here by Anders, who does a peek out. Door will be closed as they're going to be doing a wraparound from the side here. Miz has to be ready for this engagement. Ready to hit some marks here. Odin in hand. It is just a relentless massacre. But at what cost here? Anders does get taken on out immediately. And trades blow for blow here with A side completely left. Spike will get planted here now. We're going to be seeing the push in here. Just waiting for the recapture here. It's up to Thomas College to react appropriately to this engagement, both above and below. Great idea with the drone to start. Does spot, so they know that Elixir is there. Elixir's going to have to be forced to rotate now as Recon takes a point. They spot them, and they're going to try to shoot through. They find one with Kestrel as it's up to Spammy to save the day. But it's not enough, as this one goes over to the Beavers.
Remember, your weapon is only a tool. You can't just shoot. You have to think.
Now we're going to be seeing here 9-6. And the attackers are able to get their economy back on. No ults available, but neither for the defense as well. They're keeping in range of each other, just trading blow for blow for blow for blow. If the pattern keeps up, that means Thomas would win this next one.
Come into the
If
unknown.
that is. As it's all uncertain here going into it. Dole is playing very aggressively. I don't think I support this. That's going to be costing you there. Bryce is going to have to hit a big blind to start there. It does hit well as Miz is able to get a trade, but you've already lost too many defenders to comfortably go for an engagement here. Teleport coming on out.
My ult's
Did Jupiter see something or just take a wild guess on hearing the door activate? I don't know, but it worked. Now going to be seeing a push in here by Spammy here with the assistance of Jet, who has to not get caught on out here themselves. It seems that Anders gave themselves away a bit, and a team ace has been achieved. It is 10-6 here. So now we're going to have to see a bit of a spread out defense here by the side of Thomas. They're going to have to cover more angles here, but they are getting heavily pushed B side every single time. So now, with that being said, let's take a look here on how this is going to play on out. We could see
All your opponents.
an engagement here to start. It's going to have to be a big one, especially pushing into this as heavily as they do. Knife gets
You should
destroyed,
run.
and lockdown has taken effect. Now you're going to have to see some zoning coming on out. The owl goes down. Knife hits, and they're just going to use a suicidal tactic here by Bryce to just get as many kills as possible while being detained. That's going to hurt. Jupiter able to find that first pick there with a knife, trying to get another one with the head. Hits its mark as he used the last knife, I believe, just to take out the recon bolt. Do you see a great space retrieved here by the defense? They're actually not getting taken out as much as you would expect. Mr. Fluffernut now able to move on in here with their pick against Spammy. They just have to choose to commit. Does that hit everyone? I don't believe it does, as it just misses its mark. Coming back over here from Jupiter, smoke comes on out, as well as suppression knife. They could just catch them early here, but it's going to have to be a bit more than that, especially on the swing here.
Powerless.
Overload has been put
Spike
into
planted.
effect here as the continuous suppression is working. Mark hits on the Jupiter there as Mr. Fluffernut has fallen. Miz found that great pick off there to start, so no one's able to provide the res,
Blocking sight.
so he will expire. Castro able to
enemy
deal a
remaining.
swift amount of damage there, but not able to deal enough against Dole, who finds the double. Got to be trading that up there for Miz. Miz is going to be able to take it as needed. And with that, they actually gain Hunter's Fury. Score is 10-7 here. Looking at these buys, defenders actually suffered a bit of a loss there from that last round, but we'll be able to buy for one another with some asks. Now for the attackers, they're actually going to be opting for a Bulldog, but Castro could buy up for Mr. Fluffer. Will they keep to the Bulldog as a comfort pick, or will they actually try to go for a buy-up? That's the question here.
Current out.
Gonna be seeing a push up here by Dole. Dole's been consistently doing it, but that's gonna be a headshot given away. You'd see Elixir, but took a little bit too much pushing into that. Gets rid of the swarm grenade, so that's going to be lack of damage to go in. Turning around the side here, Bryce trying to get some damage out against Kestrel, but tune back in over to Dole. Dole is kind of really taking the full brunt force of it all. Turning the side here, going to be seeing OG start to make their way on and looking for Spam. Finds Dole, and now making their way on forward. Knives out. Jupiter does get spotted, but loses all knives against them. As you're going to be seeing, once again, a double back scared away from A. They're just, it feels like they're uncertain about the commitment every time. They do spot him on out as blind hits. Fluffer not able to find Spammy there as they suppress two. That recon's gonna give away your position there, as Elixir are actually the hero they are, able to trade it back with Kitchell getting the third. That should not have been winnable. That should not have happened, but it did. There's no doubt that it did, and you all saw it there live, folks. So now it's up to this defense to now work something different. Try to play a different strategy even, because that was successful, but I believe they stacked a little too heavily on themselves. And as such, the spray hit perfectly. Not going to be seeing engagement coming up here from OG. OG's going to be playing aggressively into Jupiter. Jupiter able to find that first initial mark as they're able to trade against OG there, but does get caught out with the blind headed to their face. Gonna have to be careful, as Dole's gonna be going for a scouting mission, but Miz is the only one alive on B side, having to play rear sight there, looking for Spammy. Finds Spammy. Again, Miz is in a world of hurt right now and could just fall the same. Last one alive here is going to be Dole, who I believe is choosing to take turret damage. Are they trying to bait them out? Well, they find a pick for it. And I'm not sure what more they're going for there. Door will be taken down as Elixir is hungry for the picks.
Match point.
We're going in the match point territory, ladies and gentlemen. It's now enough economy there for full buys, but for Thomas College, they can't afford any losses here. They're going to have to try to aim for an overtime, which is very doable within 5 rounds. It gets much rougher when you go above 6. But that means you have to be consistent every single time. You got to stack, you got to communicate. You got to play these crossfire angles where they can't swing on you double time. Timing is everything. Lockdown is not able to be put into effect here as they wish for it to be. Dole trying for it. They're able to get that first, second, third.
Spike down.
Can they get any more?
One enemy
Fourth?
remaining.
Oh, we're gonna be looking for Enderbros. Enderbros, let's get Enderbros. He gets the ace.
Go ahead. Call me Texas.
Practically left speechless there. Dole finds the ace. Beautiful execution there. Even locking down that push in there that could have cost you. That means you lose no economy. Get to buy up even more for the defensive. Dole has set his team up for greatness. Now it's up to them to try to pick it up. As for Champlain College, they're probably thinking, yeah, okay, it happened. We'll get this next one. We'll have to see if that's going to be the case, especially with that knife going on out. They do mark Jupiter. Jupiter has been given away, but what's this coming out from Castro, able to take out Miz. You're now seeing a bit of unfortunate trade-offs here. It's getting a bit dicey. Bryce going to have to be very careful here. Overload is in effect, which does suppress them. If they can wrap around, they could pick up Brights, but they have to be quick. Spammy needs to either just go for a teleport. They're able to take the pick off. No! Do they get him in time? Yes, they do! With a second remaining, but that's going to be Hunter's Fury that marks him. OG against the 2 here. Oh, that could have been a pick off there. It's up to Spammy. Spammy has to save the world. That's not fortunate for them. As they're going to be starting to get picks off there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it.
Win.
Champlain College wins the series. That's going to be it from us here tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to watch. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.